how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Greetings.
Today we are back in the Swamp of Soros, and we will be making our way back to the Blasted Lands to complete a few quests that we were doing last episode. We have a little bit of bag space here, and we will be making our way back there to finish up a few quests. We'll see how many we can do. It's sort of like a chill farm where hopefully we get experience from the quests. I'm not too sure about that. They are considered to be, I guess, dailies. You can do them every day to get the items that they reward, like the lung juice cocktail and roids, all that stuff. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm doing pretty good. There's another Tauren warrior there. Guess trying to get some roids. Still need a lot of vulture gizzards. Hopefully we're alright here. Yeah, only pulled one. Warm up a bit. I think we're done with these hyenas. The good thing about them, though, is that they do drop the meat that we need for tender bull steak. And I believe July 10th, guys, Phase 3 will be out for classic anniversary servers. Well, the beginning of Phase 3, which is the gate opening, or the war prep to get the gate opened. Both factions need to get a bunch of materials to open the gates to AQ40 and AQ20. Interested to see how that's going to be on the hardcore server. I'm not too sure how many players are still playing, but I think we'll be able to do it. I know the Horde side will for sure have enough people donating to get it opened. And I have seen quite a few Alliance, so I think on this server we'll most likely see it get opened fairly early. And some people may get their Scarab Lord mounts. When the gates open, I believe that's when the Scarab... Or, like, you have to get your Scarab Lord mount before it opens up. Pretty sure that's how it goes. There's a human warrior right there, doing a bunch of damage. I'll help him out. It's a decent amount of damage there. I wonder how many stacks of poison he's got on him. 3 stacks. Oh, damn it. I just used Intimidating Shout by accident. It's now on a 3-minute cooldown. You can't interrupt with that. That's actually kind of cool. I was trying to interrupt that immolate and just used Intimidating Shout instead of our pummel, which is our kick. Alright, so let's get a food buff going. And we will continue our journey here trying to complete these quests. And I'm looking forward to AQ40, especially on the mage that I'm playing. I think that's going to be the phase where we catch up. I believe it's called Phase 5. So we are sort of catching up right now. Got a lot of loot from Zul'Grub. I am getting into Molten Core soon, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that. And then after that, it's Blackwing Lair. Once we get a little bit of loot from there, hopefully we can start getting into AQ40. And I've never done these raids as a caster, so it's going to be a cool experience. I mostly just tanked for my guild, so it's going to be interesting to see what the range DPS perspective is like. And then the next time I play Classic, maybe in another few years when they do another reset, maybe I'll go healer. Let's give healing a try. Or melee DPS. I kind of avoided melee this time around because tanks, well, especially when you tank in vanilla, you're pretty much a melee DPS anyways. Like you play Fury Prot, so you're pretty much a Fury Warrior that's a tank. And the reason why you play Fury Prot is to keep your threat high, so the other DPS can go all out and not have to worry too much about threat. And tanking is a lot of fun. I enjoy tanking a lot. You're able to, you know, dictate the pace of the raid and how fast your group's going. And people do appreciate a good tank. They do really make runs smooth. Takes a little bit to get good at it. You just have to, you know, do the raid a few times or study the raid. And then once you understand the raid, it becomes pretty damn easy. Because you just know the pulls. Looks like this place is completely full. I think I do have some videos from back then when I tanked. I think I have a video tanking Nax and Blackwing Lair and AQ40. Probably Molten Core as well. And in TBC, I was melee DPS. I've been playing a lot of melee in Classic. These are some high elves here. I think they're blood elves, to be honest. These kind of look like blood elves. Especially if they're close to the dark portal. So yeah, going range is... I think I'm going to enjoy ranged. Mage is a really chill class. Enjoying the warrior too. We're getting there. My PC hasn't black screened yet, so I assume that it's plugged in well, like the PCIe cable. Haven't had a black screen in a few days. Kind of being a little bit careful with that. But if it does happen, I will plug in this adapter and we'll give it a try. It's just not a card that requires, you know, an insane amount of power to use, right? It's not a 4090 or a 5090 or even a 5080. It's kind of on the same par as like a 4080, but it's, I would say the 5070 Ti is a little bit more power efficient. Gotta watch out here. Don't want to run into any of these level 53 boars, bell beasts. Last time we were here, there wasn't too many people farming, but this place seems pretty barren today. Yeah, a lot of fell beasts. Gonna walk up here. Do not want to lose our character today. Oh, look who it is. Taramis the Devourer. To avoid Taramis. Hunters kite this guy. The Stormwind. And get people killed. Kind of funny, but it's not very cool in hardcore, for sure. That's why I don't recommend having your bank ult In hardcore, in Stormwind, I'd probably better off having it in Ironforge. It's a bit safer there. And Darnassus is probably the safest, but Darnassus is the worst city in probably the entire game for a bank ult. The bank is so far from the auction house. Right? But in Stormwind and Ironforge, they're pretty damn close together. That's why I prefer Ironforge. I think Ironforge and Thunderbluff are probably the best bank ult locations, in my opinion. I like Ironforge as a bank ult for my Horde characters. Haven't really made one in hardcore yet. Not too sure what I'll do with this character when if we hit 60. Probably just play him off and on. I don't want to get rid of the self-found part. So I might just keep the self-found and stay in the self-found guild. I know there's self-found guilds that raid. Not too sure how many there are. There's some that have like a mix of self-found players and players that aren't self-found. It's probably pretty hard to get a full group of 40 people that are self-found. And like want to actually continue endgame and self-found, because endgame self-found's kind of ridiculous. You really limit your group by being self-found in endgame. You also can't trade items. Right? So it's a little strange to play endgame self-found. Can't use the auction house, so the only things we could really do is just mine and use whatever we mine for engineering. Yeah, I wonder if there's an actual like full self-found raid that is raiding right now on Doomhowl. I know I'm in the guild. Do they raid? Yeah, raids with Fatal, so they raid with another guild. Reach out to Eldred, shoot SF40 to 60, and then you can get into the guild. So that's probably what we'll do. We'll probably join Fatal after this. I guess SF is more of like a leveling community where you can just find other self-found players. But I'd recommend it if you're a self-found player. Everybody here is self-found, so you can always find people to group up with. There we go, I got another Scorpok Pincer. Did we finish the quest yet? I don't think so. I think we still need at least 1 or 2 more pincers, so just continue farming. I don't mind, we need all the meat we can get. Only got 1 tender wolf meat to watch behind us here. This has been a pretty good spot for us so far. Gotten a decent amount of XP. I hope the quests give us XP as well. We'll see, though. I have a feeling they might not. So watch out for this lost one. Getting a little too close to us. I think we're okay. Somewhat safe in this pit. There we go, another pincer. We just need 1 more. We're done with the scorpions. And I'll try to amp up the videos soon, guys. Still got some stuff going on. So I'm gonna have to keep it at 1 a day for a little bit, but I do plan on getting it going with more videos a day or back to the way it was as soon as possible. Just doing a lot of like purging in our home at the moment. Just kind of getting rid of like old stuff we don't use anymore, and we're just at least organizing it into like boxes and stuff. And there's like rooms full of stuff, so it takes a while to go through it, and then getting rid of like couches and like just big equipment that has just been hanging out in a room for a while. It takes a while. So that's mostly what I've been doing. That's why I had to tone it down a bit. Nothing personal or anything serious. It's just cleaning up. Because it catches up to you. You just end up having all this stuff in your house that you don't use, and it's kind of junk, you know, at that point. And then you like look at it and you're like, oh, can I sell it? And you don't really know if you can sell it until you put it up on like a marketplace. And then you kind of just wait, see if someone buys it. If they don't buy it in like, I would say a year, no one bites, even when you're putting the prices down to a reasonable level where it should just sell pretty fast. Then yeah, you probably should just throw it out. But that's mostly what this year is going to be for me. Is we're just cleaning up, and it's nice. It's a nice feeling. Like we got cleaned up a few rooms, and like it's nice when you go into a room and it's not, you know, full of stuff. You know what I mean? It's nice. You can breathe in the room more. I don't know. It's just it's a different feeling. And it feels good to get rid of it. Like we had a couch, and like the couch, no one would sit on it. It was just sitting there, and it just had stuff more. It was just a couch to put more stuff on. So I was like, okay, like what's the point of this couch, right? So got rid of the couch and then bought some like crates at Home Depot, like just moving crates, and then whatever you wanted to keep, we just put it in the crates. Try to organize it. Then you have like a section now where, you know, you put it in like a place that's out of the way, like all the stuff that you're not using at the moment, but it's something that you want to keep. You just put it into like storage crates, and then it's like out of the way, and it's not collecting dust. Because that's another thing too. Like the amount of dust stuff collects, it's kind of nasty. At least when it's in the storage crate, it's not collecting dust. But yeah, it's enough about stuff like that. It's kind of whatever. But I do recommend, if you're living in a place where it's a bunch of stuff, it does feel good to clean it up. It's one of those first world problems. Like it's such a North American issue. You know? Even Europe too, I would assume as well. Like any first world country. Just decades of stuff that never gets thrown out. Now, I wouldn't say that the house was like a hoarder's house, but some of the rooms are pretty hoarder, so just helping out with that. Got a little mithril deposit here. How many pincers we got? 5? Yeah, so we're good on the pincers. Mostly should be going for the buzzard gizzards, and we need to find the boars. The boars have been kind of rough. That's what I've noticed. Clearly not in an area where boars spawn. No! Don't kill him. I need that guy. Damn it. It's a ZG buff dropping. Nice. It's good to hear. It's probably a dungeon I would do as ZG. ZG is actually a little rough. Never mind. For melee, those bat riders explode on you, you're pretty much dead. But I think hardcore raiding, I'm actually interested to see what it's like if I get there. I assume it's a little more, like, thought out. Like, because retail, I would say retail, like, but classic era, normal servers, non-hardcore, most people want to go fast. It's not about... It's about, like, killing the stuff, but you don't want to go too slow. Right, you want to do it in a decent... People seem to want to go quick. You know, they want to get the loot as fast as they can. So they don't really take their time with pulls, but I assume with hardcore, people are taking their time making sure everybody understands what they need to do. There's Taramis again. It'd be terrible to get killed by Taramis. Level is he? Yeah, he's like level 60 plus. Black Drake. It's kind of this is where I go mostly, just in this circle. Could go down here and check. It's mostly fell beasts, though. Uh-oh. Don't want to pull that guy. Yeah, it's mostly ogres. This guy does a lot of damage, the Portal Seeker. It's pretty much like a mage. Just his arcane explosions do a lot of damage. Okay, there's Taramis. Just want to make sure we avoid Taramis. I think we'll head down here. That's where Taramis came from. But he can sneak up on you, right? That's another dangerous part about questing here. But I think we'll be fine. Still need a lot of Basilisk brains. We'll be here for a bit, especially if these quests give us XP. We'll just might as well just hang out here and do them. It's good XP. All the quests are kill quests, so those usually give out the best XP. There's a boar, nice. Seems like it's mostly the boars and basilisks over here. Oh, Myrmidon Helm. It's a male helmet, 222 armor, 7 agi, 11 intellect, 14 spirit. And it's worth 1 gold. Guess we'll get rid of a couple of these red wolf meats. Pick up the helmet. We won't wear it, but it is worth selling. Would have been a nice helmet, though. Oh, 45 helmet. Pretty good if you're a shaman. Good to kick that. Our first basilisk brain. What do we get rid of for the basilisk brain? Maybe the meats? Yeah. Alright, let's get a little food buff here, and then we'll continue our journey. I wonder if we can turn in any quests yet. Still can't turn in a quest. What do we need? It's the boar stuff. It's all boar stuff. Gizzards, boars, and basilisks. A lot of buffs dropping right now. Would have been awesome to pick a few of those up. Seems like boars may be the most rare. Be awesome to get the buffs, though. Kick that stun. Stuns you for a while. I think it's like 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. There we go, got another brain. Eat up here. We don't have too much roasted quail left. I'll have to buy some more. Got a decent amount of gold, though. We should be able to buy it pretty damn easy. Without it hitting us too hard in the pocket. We're at a good point right now where we don't really need to save for a mount or anything. Mostly just putting our items into, I mean our gold into abilities. 54, we get Demo Shout rank 5. Hamstring 3, Mortal Strike 3, it's really good. Revenge 5, and Slam 4. It's a pretty big level, 54. Nope. Warrior Hunter scared the crap out of me. It's a cool mount. It's got an epic mount. This guy's a grinder. Nice, we got some boars hanging out. No way. Guy's sniping boars. That's what we need. That's a lot of gold that guy spent on that character, over 1,000. Probably 2K, close to it. Finally got a boar lung. That means we can turn in a quest, guys. Thinking about doing that, actually. Just to see if we get XP. Getting an epic down on as a self-found player would take so long, man. Like, without the auction house, I don't even want to know how long it would take to get an epic mount. You have to vendor pretty much all your items. It's a lot of items. To watch out for Teramis. Could be close. Think we're okay here. But it's good that we're done a quest. Can at least do a turn-in and see if we get any XP. We'll bandage up. Got a group over here, 52 undead mage. I believe a warlock. A warrior and a mage. Alright, well they slayed the buzzards over there. I was gonna make my way there, but I guess not. Let's head up and we'll turn this quest in. See if we get any XP. So the one we're going to turn in is the Decisive Striker. This will get us Ground Scorpok Assay, which increases our agility by 25 for 60 minutes. We want the Vitality one, and eventually Roids. 25 Stamina, 25 Strength. Still need a few more vulture gizzards. Alright, let's see if we can turn this in and get a little bit of XP.
Be careful.
Where are the organs, Travesty? Fascinating. This has been the most difficult of all assays to analyze. Take a pinch of this residual salt and place it under your tongue. You should experience a slight feeling of euphoria, followed by a state of unprecedented agility and quickness. Alright, so you do actually get
greetings.
Well, we do get XP, and then we also get the buff when we finish the quest. And they give us... Did he give us the stuff? Yeah, there it is. Ground Scorpok Assay, so we can use this item. So that's awesome. We got the buff for now, and we also have the item. So you can do this quest again. See how it's blue, though? It's more... It's kind of like a daily. And you can do this every day and get one of these. They are unique, so you can only have one of each.
Be careful.
So you can't, like, stack a bunch of them, right? Alright, well, let's hurry back and we'll lighten up our bags a little bit. We still have quite a few quests to complete here. We'll keep on going since it does give us XP and pretty damn good buffs. So let's sell this junk. I think that's it. We can make ourselves a little bit of... a couple meats here. Pretty sure there was a bender up here. I'll give us the spices. We'll do a little bit of cooking. All right, well, not bad. So I think if we finish all of these quests, it will bring us to level 53. So next episode, we will head back to the Blasted Lands and we will finish as many of those quests as we can. Hopefully we can get them all done. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.